last thing we're going to do is hear from EcoRaider, and we're going to hear from Ed DeMask representing EcoRaider. Ed?
Hey, can you hear me, Brad?
Yeah, Ed, you're coming in loud and clear. Yeah,
perfect.
Go for it.
Hey, first of all, guys, I just want to say thanks for sticking in there all day. I know this is a long online conference, but definitely a valuable one. And on EcoRaider's behalf, we're proud to be a part of it. Again, my name is Ed DeMask. I am the marketing manager and acting basically their Midwest sales rep for Reniotech, which is the manufacturer of EcoRaider. EcoRaider is a green effective tool for bed bug control. Several of you, I'm sure, are aware of the product that is out there. Last year, we introduced a concentrate product called ER22. That is the one that is basically the same performance as our RTU formula. It's just delivered at a 1-to-1 ratio, giving you 5-to-1 for perimeter applications, and that's available at distributors nationwide. That's our main product. What I wanted to talk about today was how resistance plays a role in the control of bed bugs, just a little bit as I touch on EcoRaider. First of all, a little bit about EcoRaider. We're a green bioinsecticide, and we've had several studies performed by third-party researchers and entomology associations that have shown that not only is EcoRaider the highest performing green product on the market, but that in many cases it outperforms top pesticides, which is, as you know, changed from years gone by. EcoRaider itself is very effective against all forms of bed bugs, adults, eggs, even resistant strains, and the USDA's IR4 field study that I'll have a little data on showed really the performance that EcoRaider had against all levels of bed bugs. One thing that is very important about EcoRaider is that we're an EPA-exempt minimum risk pest control product. So when you think about that, what does that really mean to you? Number one, we're non-toxic. Number two, we're green. You can spray it on your skin when you're sampling it. It is literally unlike EPA products. It is safe. Okay, it's non-hazardous. It has the lowest level of environmental impact, and it can be used in very sensitive areas near hospitals, schools, daycare centers, senior centers. So there are a lot of opportunities for using EcoRaider, even if you are using other products. That versatility continues in other ways. The fact that it's non-staining, that it doesn't leave an odor, it's very low in its odor. It is very safe to use on mattresses, furniture, fabric. We have hotels, we have other lodging institutions around the country that use our product very regularly, and every time we go to a new prospect, we try out the product, try it out on all the fabric. We've never had an issue. So our product is great when it comes to lodging and public housing. So pesticide resistance, one of the things that you just got to look at when you're trying to get around it is, you know, over the course of time, do the pests just get used to it? Do they just get used to what we've been doing? This is just an older slide that shows the fact that everything has had forms of resistance from the 50s up until today. And it's just something that's going to continue. Every time we have that silver bullet, we look for the next one, and we look for the next one because eventually they do get used to it. 2007 study, so this one showed that deltamethrin at the time was increasing its resistance 10,000-fold. Then we have the cyhalothrin family going 6,000-fold. Now you fast forward to really last week. There's an article in USA Today that talked about the nature of bed bugs and why they are being spread continually, why the problem has not really gone away. You know, it came back, and it is just as strong in many areas as it was the day it came back. Dr. Michael Potter and Roberto Pereira were mentioned in it, and this is the quote that was in there, that bed bugs roared back, and that basically because people travel more and the bugs have grown resistant to chemical pesticides. That's why the problem still exists. And you couple that with the fact that you can't use certain products that obviously have been taken off the market. This includes some of the reasons that are just built in with the bed bugs. You know, thicker layers that can block it, you know, being able to detoxify enzymes and withstand chemicals and withstand the toxic effects of them through their cell structure. So over the course of time, we keep using these products. So how does resistance arise if it just, we're using products that work, and then one day suddenly somebody calls up and says it's not working? One of the reasons that most PMPs come to us about, and I hear everybody talking about, is that there's a lack of rotation. You use the same chemical over and over and over and over and over until those bed bugs just start to have those traits that I just mentioned in that last slide. They start to be able to fight it. They start to not feel the toxic effects. And some of these brand names actually have the same synthetic actives. So you have all these bifenthrin and cypermethrin that are in the same class that eventually, just over the course of time, start to build up a little bit of resistance. Oops. Then there's cross-resistance. I won't talk that much about it, but there is resistance within the same class, and sometimes that leads to other class when you're going from pyrethroids, neonicotinoids, that kind of thing. Biggest thing is, how can you manage resistance? How can you manage bed bugs? I know that's the biggest thing, the only thing that really matters. Number one, rotate your pesticides and classes, look up the active ingredients, incorporate IPM. All this is very important. And then explore products like ours that you can add into your program, maybe that benefit both you and your customers by supplementing what you do. In some cases, they might replace. In some cases, they might supplement it. So EcoRaider, why would you use it? EcoRaider achieves 80 to 90% control within 1 hour. Like I said, it kills all stages, adults, nymphs, and eggs. It gives 100% mortality, and studies have shown that our product leaves a 14-day residual. So you've got a green product that works. You can use it in sensitive areas, and on top of that, it leaves a residual. That's pretty powerful for a green product. Aside from the residual, we achieved 98% mortality from 5 minutes, according to Rutgers. It continues working. It's not just on contact. So it is a strong product. According to our Rutgers study, this is 2014, EcoRaider is the only natural insecticide that kills 100% of bed bugs. So you can see the list of products here. Actually, this will be, I'm sure, sent out to all of you who have been on this call today. But the list of products here, 60% mortality in this study is the highest compared to EcoRaider's 100%. That's a huge difference if you say you're going to give 60% performance to your customer. The other thing is that having that 14-day residual, that's very important as well. Let's see here. The other thing is EcoRaider going up against actual pesticides. Okay, EcoRaider, Temperate SC, and Demand CS. This is in a similar study by Rutgers, showed that EcoRaider was the only natural insecticide better at killing bed bugs than conventional pesticides. The only one in comparison, the only green product. Also in the USDA's field study, you can see here 24 apartments in New Jersey. EcoRaider and Temperate SC were compared in a 12-week treatment follow-up evaluation. And as you can see, EcoRaider right there with Temperate, delivering performance, something green products historically have not done. Also, the big thing, being able to use it in sensitive environments, being able to spray it on a bed, in a hospital, around children, things like that. The next part of that study showed that EcoRaider killed 100% of susceptible bed bugs, as did Temperate, but the resistant bed bugs, EcoRaider killed 100%, Temperate killed less than 20. Now this is actually a study from 2015 from Washington State, where they did a study with a Seattle shelter. So that's a newer study that really, this was a shelter that came to us looking for a product because they were losing people, they were losing beds to nobody because there was bed bugs and they just couldn't kill them. They couldn't maintain a level of control, and they had people sleeping outside in Seattle in this area rather than actually using the shelter. This is actually the operations manager from Eden. She's the one who worked on that project. She just basically, saw the reduction immediately using EcoRaider, and now, Eden in Seattle uses it quite regularly. Another independent study here by Rutgers, just showing that bedbug mortality at 24 hours. EcoRaider provides the percentage of mortality that no other green product does, and this is actually comparing it to the dust and delta methrin, that kind of thing. So when you're looking at resistance, what does it really boil down to for us? Number one, we have a user-friendly label, we have minimum restrictions, low odor. Being able to rotate your products with a green product that has no resistance, it is powerful for you. You're able to maintain the level of performance without giving up the resistance. Okay, it can also be used as a standalone with no restrictions. That's great too. Remember those sensitive areas. Bed bugs, insects develop resistance to so many singular compounds. EcoRaider just doesn't have that. Okay, we have active ingredients that are natural phytocompounds. They offer extended control, and our products are able to attack the receptors that are in insects, but without affecting humans. So our product is safe for humans, obviously of all age, but dogs, pets, fish, you name it. Here's just a little bit more about green and selling EcoRaider, you selling it to your customers. It's generally recognized as safe, low scent, it dissipates fast. If you're doing hotels, you can use the room much faster than you can if you use a pesticide. Safe around children and pets, there's no respiratory issue, and this is the minimum environmental impact that you're putting out there. So you don't have to worry about toxic. You can sell green and natural. Also, it complements what you do. You can use it with any treatment program. Like I said, rotation is a great thing. Complements steam, complements heat, user-friendly label. There's very minimum amount of prep work. We even have some public housing units where the PMP is an hour away. And so he'll provide 16-ounce spray bottles to the management so they can be proactive but not replace the PMP and be there in places for, to get that residual out there between treatments. That also reduces callbacks, revisits, and being able to use it really in the environments with the most sensitive accounts, that's the critical thing. That's what most people turn to us for, is a green product that works, that I can use almost anywhere. That's essentially it. I know it's been a long day, so I won't take any questions. I don't think you guys are doing that anyway, but this is my information on the screen. Feel free to write down my cell phone number or my email address. I'd be happy to get any of you a sample of our product so that you can try it. Everybody that tries the product uses it. It's one of those that works. So feel free to contact me. And that's essentially it. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to you considering us.